as a Black man growing up, you know, I'm sure you faced a lot of things that made you question yourself daily, like question the person you are, the person you want to be, right? The person that you were trying to become, whether that's professionally, personally. Like, can you tell me about that? Tell me about what your journey as a Black man trying to be part of the change and do everything that you're trying to do as a person.
I mean, yeah, growing up, I'm from Haven, Connecticut. Just recently, I finally like come to terms of who I am as a person and accepting like being bisexual. It's something that wasn't easy for me because you know, growing up, a Black man coming from where I'm from, it's like people frown upon things of like that. You know, sexuality. Everybody, you're supposed to be straight. You're supposed to be this. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you live a life trying to be a person that other people want you to be. You know, whether it's for family or friends or you know, even you know, it can even be work related. You know what I mean? So you know, especially with me being in the music industry, it's something that you know, it's been hard for me. You know what I mean? I'm in my 30s and I'm just now being okay with it. You know what I mean? And you know that's it's been a tough journey. You know, that's why it's even hard for me to
Talk about it.
talk about it right now. But you know, it's been a very emotional journey. Like I've dealt with depression and I've dealt with uh relationships like you know going bad or you know not being able to want to tell somebody or not being able to tell somebody or you know what I mean like being afraid to tell my parents and you know just being afraid to live life hating myself you know not wanting to be here you know what I mean like it's been a lot it's been a very emotional journey for me but you know every day I'm just you know still trying to push through it and you know just grow as a person and learn to you know be accept myself and be unapologetic about who I am
Mm.
and you know just live life you know it's not to say that I'm not going to care if you know somebody says something or don't want to be around because you know most all the people in my life like I care about them you know what I mean like you know of course I don't want anything to change but you know I understand everybody has their views and you know as long as they're not disrespectful towards me like I'm not going to stand for disrespect or anything but um you know it's just tough to talk about
Right. And I
and
want y'all to know that like this is the first time that he is publicly speaking about it. I have been a friend of his for years and I had no idea that he was dealing with this part of his journey. So I'm gonna make it very clear that any and all comments need to stay respectful. And I think we need to uplift people at every turn. You know what I'm saying? It is not at all. There are people, and I want you to know this too, as your friend, like there are people who struggle with their life journeys that don't go through what you are going through with their sexuality. They don't struggle with sexuality things and they still catch hell in life. They still go through stuff in life. So if you're one of those people and you can imagine catching hell without that added weight, imagine with somebody with the added weight of needing to, you know, come out and be who they are unapologetically, like you said. That is not at all an easy journey. And like I respect and love you down so much for having the guts to even speak on it. Like you and no one else, oh, even me as a heterosexual person, like I don't owe nobody an explanation as to who I do, when I do them, and how I do them, right? Like we don't owe people that part of our lives. We're so much more as humans. We're so much more than our sexuality. And I just think like that's amazing. So kudos to you for wanting to share that part. But again, like, so that is just one small part of you. Let's talk about professionally. Like, what did that journey look like for you? You at a young age open your own studio. You picked up and moved across the country. Like
three times.
Like, yeah, you a wild boy. Like, you really like, I gotta see it through, my boy, on this one. Like, you really have done a lot. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, my work journey has been it's been a lot. I've put in my 10,000 hours for sure. I've been making music since 2003, when it was just a hobby and just for fun, because we was watching 106 in Park and used to see Freestyle Friday every Friday, or watching the rap battles and just listening to back when everybody used to freestyle on the radio and all that stuff, and it just inspired us to like, oh, we could do this, like let's do it, and we just started doing it, and eventually it was like, I've always loved music, but it was like I didn't realize how far my love for music was. It was actually for like creating it. And I continued to, I went to college for culinary, but I continued to make music in school. And after I graduate, I went back home and I opened a studio at 23. You know what I mean? And I never knew that was gonna happen. It was just at that point in time, I just wanted a studio. I just wanted to create. And once I did it, it was like it became a reality. Like, damn, like this can be what you do the rest of your life. Like, this not just wasn't a hobby no more. It was like, damn, this is like my profession.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a business owner. I'm a audio engineer. I'm a producer. Like, this is my profession now. And I just continue to grow. I continue to work. I continue to meet people, to network, and like just grow my brand, my name. And it's been a journey. It's been a lot of ups and downs. A lot of relationships coming and going. You learn a lot about people. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn to not always trust people so easy, because I've had that issue of always trusting people. And my mom always tell me, like, you trust people too easy. And I had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? I had to learn about who I could keep around, who not to keep around, who who was really there for me.
Right.
And
I feel like the music industry forces people to really like to pick your friends, your family, and yourself apart to some degree, to really, because I don't know too many people who get into music without the love for it, especially now. You get into music, it's because you love it, and you, like you said, you cannot have people around who don't belong, like at all.
Yeah. Now you really gotta love it, because if you don't love it, then it's like, bro, don't or sis, don't get into this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
don't you want to be a lawyer?
It's like,
you sure? You sure about this?
The stuff that goes on in the industry, like, I be like, damn, why I choose this industry sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just be like, it is.
You didn't choose. It chose you. It chose you, essentially.
That is true.
Yeah.
But it could be a headache. It could be a very shady industry. But everybody's in the industry isn't like that. It's just, again, it's the matter of knowing your people, knowing who's really for you, and who you're for, and just building your brand, building your empire, and just working on stuff. I've been fortunate. I just started a production company that we've been fortunate to have a lot of situations come our way. And I'm looking forward to this next year. And like, you can't look at other people's success to measure yours. And it took me a while to get to that point, to not look at other people's success, because I have a lot of peers in the industry that are independent and that are signed. And like, sometimes you see stuff and it would affect you, but I'm at a point where it's just like, that stuff don't bother me. Is my success is different from everybody's success. And you know what you look at success is what you make it. You know what I mean? Like I owned a studio for 7 years. Whether I open another one again or not, I feel like I was successful at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a great accomplishment in my life, and I'm very proud of that and everything that I continue to do. So, you know,
and I feel like we can't. So many of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We look at our accomplishments as, oh, that happened in the past, instead of being like, no, that's a part of my present success. You know what I'm saying? I did this. I graduated. I went for, this. I perfected this craft, whatever it is, to allow it to be a part of my present success, not be a thing of the past that I just did. So I agree. It's important to not measure your success by your peers or anyone around you, or even the person you want to be like. I feel like we all have someone that we're like, dang, like I want to be where they're at, but you can't even measure your success by theirs, because your story will never look like anyone else's. 8 billion.
You don't know what they went through to get to where they're at.
Right, absolutely. You don't want
you might not been able to handle what they've been through.
Right, you do not want their pain. And a lot of people who look at us, people in general, they will look at you thinking you have the world, and they have no idea what pain you had to what pain and storms you had to weather. They just see what looks pretty, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that the human mind works like that, right? But that's what it is. You cannot look at anyone else. You have to focus and zone in on what you are, who you want to be, what that looks like, what your story's gonna look like, and go after it, Huh?
So you go viral.
A little bit. This one happened recently. And this one actually, no, this one didn't piss people off, but I might have to do like a video of just reading comments under people's like stuff, the stuff that people comment. Y'all really gotta stop telling on yourself out here in these streets. Like y'all just be snitching on yourself. So I saw this video. And I'll probably insert here of this woman who was obviously gay or whatever. She was obviously a part of the LGBTQ AI plus community. And she did this like not challenge thing, some real stuff. And I was like, bruh, like being a single person, a single hetero person, stuff like that, making a joke, stuff like that really make you think, because I mean, dating is trash right now. Dating heterosexual men right now is trash. Is big dookie. So like when you see stuff like that, you be like, dang, like, do I need to rethink the team that I'm on? So jokingly, I made a video saying something along those lines, and everybody told me to be gay. Everybody was like, you gay now. Like basically they didn't give me
Did she also respond to you?
Yes, she wrote back to me and was like, and her video went way viral, but she wrote back to me and was just like, I'm sorry, friend, or whatever. And it was dope because I feel like that expectation of like people in the queer community don't really expect you. I think it's crazy that so many people are like, oh, they make me uncomfortable, like as if they're alien. They're human. So they laugh and joke just how we do. And everybody was just like, oh no, you go ahead and be gay. And I'm like, and I think it's crazy because I would never pretend to be gay, right? Just for a joke. Like I definitely would not do that. I think that's offensive. I think it's weird. I think people who do that, like I put it to people like this, right? If I'm playing around being gay, I know I don't really like women, right? But I go out here and I start dating girls, knowing good and well I like, the other side of the fence. To me, you're damaging people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're legit and I think that's why I give you kudos for your journey and stuff like that, because it gives you the opportunity to really be who you want to be. You're not obligated to close off who you are. And I think a lot of people who are, especially women, because I see women do it more than men, for obvious reasons, but I'll see women like mess around with girls and stuff like that, knowing good and well they're just waiting on the right man or a man to come along, and they end up hurting someone who does not deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, y'all are so weird. And even playing around with, I'm gonna try to go to the other side of the fence or whatever. Like, why would you play like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you play like that? I'm sure in my days, especially like younger college days, if a dude would come up to me and try to talk to me and I wasn't interested, I'd be like, nah, I got a girlfriend. Because it was like, that's like solidifying them, like, oh, she off the market or whatever, because men will continue to try you. If you just say, no, I'm not interested, or even if you say, I got a boyfriend, I'm married, these dudes are like, so your husband don't gotta know. And it's like, who raised you, dog? Like, who raised you? But like, now in the climate that we're in, I would never joke around like that. Like, you don't know who you're damaging. You don't know who you're scarring. And I think it's crazy that people think that people of the queer community don't have regular feelings for whatever reason. They love just like we do. They hurt just like we do as a heterosexual person. So I'm like, reading the comments, I was just like, yo, y'all are strange. Like, y'all are strange. Funny.
Yeah, no, some of them comments is wow.
Funny, but like, and even some dude was like, he was like, oh yeah, just go ahead and enjoy, girl. And I'm like, yo, we're in a dating pool and it has pee in it. It has pee in it. Somebody peed.
That's fucking hilarious.
Somebody pissed in the dating pool. I think it was
That's
Trump.
Funny as shit.
I think it was Trump.
Oh, man.
I think in 2016, while him and Hillary were fighting, he forgot to put a diaper on and pissed in the pool. Cause they ain't no way. Word, you feel me?
Can't hold his bladder.
Yeah. And he liked to grab women by the vagina, so he probably got excited and tinked a little bit on himself. But yeah, like, dating is so crazy. Like, it's difficult. I'm gonna let you go in a minute, but I'm gonna tell you this quick story.
No,
I don't know if I've told you, but so there was this person that I liked a lot, actually. Like, this person was intelligent, talented, at really everything that you could, or that me personally, that I would want in a man, right? But there were some differences, and not differences like red flags. There were some things that kind of held me back, essentially, or whatever. And him, I imagine on his end, it wasn't, gonna work. First of all, there was distance involved, like major distance. There was a slight age difference, but not like nothing like wow or whatever, but there was a slight age difference. And I think with the age difference, it could be tricky, just because when you're with a partner, right, you want to make sure y'all are growing at the same rate. You can grow in different directions just so long as the rate matches, because then the energy matches, you feel me? But so we basically agreed to remain friends, because there's not a lot you can do when you're in a situation like that. I think making the agreement, right, to be friends is actually one of the most mature things you could do in a situation like that, because so many people get into relationships that they don't need to be in, right? Or that they know, like, and then they end so wrong, like they end so violently, like they end so terrible. And like, I knew that for him and I, like, I didn't want that. Like, I didn't want, if anything, I was like, I would much rather be your friend. And then if future endeavors permit, then we could see where things go. He ghosted me. even as a friend. Like, and I'm one of those, well, I'm one of those people as a friend, like I'm very consistent. Like I hit my people up, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like so many people in this day and age have really messed up what, friendship, you are really supposed to put the same energy into your friendships that you put into your spousal relationship. I know that may sound crazy to some people, but
no, it's true.
Like you're supposed to put that same energy. Like, what are we friends for if like I'm not checking on you or you're not checking on me? And because I call so very few people my friend, that I'm gonna put the energy, I'm gonna put the energy into making this friendship work. I'm gonna contact you, I'm gonna send you stuff, I'm gonna, if I could be at your big events, like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna support you in any way that I can, because that's what a friend does. But friend does not at all mean the same thing in 2021. So like he ghosted me or whatever. And like, it's such a loss and a sadness for me, because it's like, I will never understand the ghosting concept in friendships or in relationships, because I guess at my big age, right, I feel like there's nothing that you can't have a conversation about with people you care about. I'm not going to entertain people who I don't care about. Like, I'm not about to argue with you. I'm not about to give you that energy, but people who I love and people who I care about and call friends, family, whatever, like, I give you that energy. So even if we got to duke it out in an argument on the phone, you and I have been through it where we've had to be like, yo, like, cuss you out, but love you, talk to you tomorrow. You feel me? And it to me, that's always better than just ghosting someone. What's your perspective on that in friendships and relationships? Like
on what people ghosting?
Ghosting, and just like what you think the pee infused dating pool is like.
Yeah, it's very infused with pee right now. It's some pee, somebody in the drink of some water.
Word. All they drink is Mountain Dew and eat McDonald's, and they have Takis for snack. Nasty. Ugh. They got a UTI.
That part. But yeah, no, dating has been it's been pretty trash for me. I'm single. Actually, I'm probably not gonna be dating right now. I don't know. I'm like,
nobody knows you. It's okay. You're not alone.
It's yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, and it sucks because it's like, for me, like personally, like I want to have a family. I want to, like, I want that part of my life. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's missing. Like I want my person. You know what I mean? Wow. And it sucks to not have that. You know what I mean? And I commend people who found their person. Like, hold on to your person, because it's trash out here. Like, you don't want to be back on. Yeah, like you don't want to start over. Like, if y'all ever run into issues, like figure that shit out, because it's gonna be even more issues when you trying to find somebody again. You know what I mean? So it sucks. I do partially feel like some of it is my fault, because, and even with friendships, like I put so much in time into like my career. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I do look back and be like, damn, like I wish I did that part of my life a little differently. But of course I can't change that. I can only change it moving forward. And it not right now I feel like it does give me time to to reevaluate myself and better myself, and for friendships and for relationships, and just figure things out. That's kind of where I'm at with it right now, is just trying to figure it out, and just hope that I find my person.
Yeah, and you will. Religion is a sticky thing, but I think one thing that I always remember is like, the scripture about the desires of your heart. If that's something that you want, and that's something that you feel that you want out of life or whatever, and you do everything to be the best person you could be, ain't no reason you won't have it. Ain't no reason you can't manifest that. Because I know, like, for me, like, I feel the same way of like, is this really what I signed up for? Because what's the tracking number? Okay. But at the end of the day,
out here.
Yeah, it's real ghetto out here. And I think at the end of the day, what keeps me warm at night is knowing that I haven't settled yet.
That's what I don't want to do.
Yeah, I haven't settled yet, number one. And then also, I am spending so much amazing quality time with myself. And I've grown and learned so many things about myself. I feel like the more time I have, to focus on me, the better I become for whoever it is that's going to end up on my porch by the stork. Because I don't think it's coming from the Lord no more. I think he just said, girl, you calling me for a tracking number every other day. He's sick of me at this point. So I think it's going to come from a stork when it's time. Like, even though the dating pool is pee-filled, when it is time, it'll be time. But tell me your thoughts on ghosting, like, because I know that shit makes you mad.
That shit is annoying. I hate it. Like, what's the point? Like, just say you good. You know what I mean? Or like, don't start doing weird stuff. Like,
right?
It's when when people start doing weird stuff or just, I don't know. It's just annoying. I hate it.
Yeah.
It stresses me out. I'm sweating. No.
That's great.
But yeah, it's just like, if you're not interested in somebody, just tell them, you know what I mean? Like, and I get that, sometimes things happens in life where you just like, you remove yourself from like just everything. It might not even just be that person. It might just be everything. Like I've dealt with depression a lot this year, and it's like, I know I haven't talked to a lot of people, you know what I mean? And, I've been, or I might have lashed out or something, or, you know what I mean? Just whatever the case was. And like, I've been making it my business to go back and apologize to people for certain things and stuff like that. But, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going through something, like if you're going through a depression or anything like that, it's understandable, because sometimes you don't know how to handle it. You don't know what to do. You don't realize that you can talk to people or anything like that. Like, if it wasn't for some of the people out here in LA that I have right now, like, I probably would have left. I legit was ready to go, and I had people sending me 20 apartments a day just to be like, bro, like, nah, like, it's gonna work out, like, everything gonna be good. And like, I was at a point where I was just like over everything. So it was just kind of like, I was not responding to people. I was just not wanting to work. Like, I dealt with a lot. So, in that aspect, in that aspect, I understand it. But if you just like, if you're not interested in somebody and you just like blatantly like just ghosting them, or if you acting like you interested in them and then doing weird stuff and then like disappear like it's them, like,
love bombing, it's a thing. That's what they
what
call
is it?
It's called love bombing. Like, when somebody will show up and they show interest and they go real hard on that interest, and then they'll ghost you. But what they do is that they ghost you, make you think that you've done something wrong or that something happened with you, and then they show back up. It's called love bombing. And I think from a woman's perspective,
that's like gaslighting.
It's very much gaslighting. And from a female's perspective, as a woman, like, I can't tell you how many times I've dealt with stuff like that, like where, you interrupted my life. You hit my line. You slid your little ashy elbows, you feel me? And my DM. Now you ghosting me. Now you being weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, there is never a need for that. Like, and I know I've seen several people try to explain why they ghost people. They're like, I don't feel like I owe anybody an explanation. And what I say to those people who think like that is like, you still have a lot of maturing and growing to do if you think it's cool to disrupt someone's life and then walk out of it with no notice. You never really know, especially when you're getting to know somebody, you never really know how deep in somebody is is with you on their end. There's a lot of times that people won't tell you how much they like you because they're reserving it for when they know it's like an equal balance, and you go and ghost them, and that messes people up. Like, just be honest at the end of the day. Just be honest. Like, there's no need to be out here, you know, fronting on it, lying. If you're not interested, I feel like if you are gonna ghost somebody, I have like this rule. So for me, like if I start dating someone and I'm like, yeah, nah, too many red flags, or I'm just not interested, we're not clicking, our interests don't align, which is fine. Like we're human, that happens. I try not to let it go on more than 2 to 3 weeks if I'm going to like ghost them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just like be like, just stop texting or whatever. I try not to let it go on more than 2 or 3 weeks, because I feel like at that point you've interjected them into your life. You know, like they're in your life. If you've been talking to somebody 2 months and you ghost them, special place in hell for you. For real. If you ghost somebody after 6 months, like it's like, what are you doing? Like, it's no longer them, it's definitely you. So yeah, I feel like it's trash. This is what happens when old people do podcasts.
Chill out. Chill out. I'm gonna report you as spam.
You better not.
I think what people like, but basically, not everybody is always ready. So, and I think it's okay to keep somebody as a friend, but y'all still know there's interest. You know what I mean? And like, and you know, maybe that one person isn't ready to date, and that's fine. But you know, that person is still interested in you. You know, maybe y'all just hang out as friends or whatever the case is. And I feel like that's okay. You know what I mean? You don't have to ghost that person because of that.
I think it's difficult for some people to do that though. Like they feel like if they still hang around with you, it gives you false hope, and they don't want to do that.
I think maybe, it depends on how
y'all gotta talk. You gotta communicate.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta have that conversation. Like I got a friend that literally, like, you know, she's interested in me and I'm interested in her, but we've had these conversations of like, you know, she's like, you know, she's not dating right now, or she's just hanging out, or you know what I mean, like whatever the case is, it's not really, you know, and it's cool. Like I enjoy my friendship with her. Like I have fun whenever we hang out, so I don't trip about it. You know what I mean?
But y'all have that open communication that allows y'all to move forward like that. And I do feel like a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people will, but I think, you know, I respect people who give you that ultimatum from jump, right? That are like, nah, it's either all or nothing, because they know what they can handle. They're not trying to play with your emotions or anything like that. It becomes a problem when you out here love bombing and ghosting people and you're not considerate of how they may feel or how they may handle it. Some people are on their last leg mentally, and you come along, get them all excited, and then you rip the leg from up under them. You don't know what that could do to a person, you know? I'm a firm believer, and I will tell anybody the truth. I do not care about your feelings and whether it hurts your feelings. And here's why. If I claim to care about you at any degree, me telling you the truth about where our relationship is or a friendship, whatever it is, right? Me giving you the raw truth allows you to see my character always. So you could be mad at me. Take a couple of days off from talking to me, whatever. Be mad. I'm cool with that. So long as at the end of the night, you know, I told you the truth. No matter which way it goes, I told you the truth. And I try to live by that daily. People are very weird.
Very weird.
But thanks for coming to talk to me. But before we go, I just want to tell y'all, you know, my shirt says Black Billionaires Drink Coffee. It's from cocoabynature.com, a very awesome small owned business here in North Carolina. Go check her out. She's amazing. She is very near and dear to my heart, but I'm not gonna tell you who she is to me, because I just want y'all to check the merch out. The merch is amazing. There's mugs on there. There's all types of stuff. I got the last video I had a sweatshirt on that was hers as well. Just some dope stuff. And I know she has some amazing stuff coming for the fall and for the winter. So y'all go check her out. Again, that's cocoabynature.com. see if you want a couple pieces, you know what I'm saying? Support the Black-owned businesses. We need that. Same for school. You want to plug your stuff? Go ahead.
I got some gear. I'm actually working on redesigning some things for the winter and fall. Sunday school, and the link is on my page on MixedbySkool at what is it, on Instagram and pretty much everywhere. But sure, I'll post the link like over here or something, like somewhere around me, to the website. And yeah, make sure y'all cop some of the Sunday school gear. It's fire. Working on some dope stuff.
Word. And I have plenty of his merch, and I love it. Great quality. I'm all about comfort and quality, and I like to dress my mood. So I don't care if it's female clothes, male clothes. I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna freak it every time because I'm just that dope. But nah, his stuff is real dope or whatever. I'm sure y'all will see it moving forward. I will add his links and stuff for his social media if y'all want to follow. Also follow me and the podcast and this journey at the SourPatch Podcast on IG for now. I will let y'all know when we start to open up different avenues for y'all to follow us on. Y'all can also catch me, Diamond Head Art 7 on TikTok, rattling some feathers and occasionally making fun of myself. Great content though. I have enjoyed you, School. Thanks for coming. And I will catch y'all. Yes, and I will catch y'all on episode 3 quite soon. This has been the SourPatch Podcast. I'm Courtney. This is School, and later. Bye.